Nigel, Jeff Hurst, the Trevor Brooking and Billy Bonds, and Paolo Di Canio, West Ham United. We celebrate our victories, we stick together in defeat. I'm proud of our history, West Ham United, more than just a podcast, more than just a podcast.
Good afternoon, good morning, or good evening. This is More Than Just a Podcast. Season 12, episode 50, half a century already. This season and back, it's the old gang. The Booches were coming tonight. John was coming tonight, but he pulled out early. And well, George may still come, but he's sort of pulled out early as well. So no Booches as we know it tonight, but maybe George
Like
after
the two kids, you would pull out early though, wouldn't you?
yeah, but boom, boom. But here is Shedman. Where are you? What are you doing?
I'm in my shed.
You're eating.
Shedman,
Peanuts!
Shedman, Shedman.
And also, Canningtown Len, where are you? What are you doing?
I'm in the lounge trying to stay awake, enjoying a glass of lilt.
You've been painting till 4 o'clock in the morning.
I was.
How's sales going with Morrissey and stuff? All right?
Yeah.
Still got the original?
Yep.
No.
Waiting for.
Anyway,
waiting for Nigel to.
no
Now,
Booches.
Math Almighty, yeah.
Cool.
We've done a deal. So,
All right.
Oh,
sort
well,
your end of
when
the
you
fucking-
pay up, we done a deal.
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
you
sorry, I
sort
remember
your
now.
end out, I'll
Yeah,
sort
yeah,
my
sorry,
end out, and you'll
sorry,
get his fucking wedge.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've got a special message that I pre-recorded this. It's a message for Nick from Clarendon Hughes, and this is earlier today.
no.
I caught up with David Moyes. Should come in any second now.
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. I'm not fucking leaving! The show goes on! This is my home! They're gonna need a fucking wrecking ball to take me out of here!
There you go.
Moy should have gone to jail as well.
Do you think Nick will like that, Nigel?
Very funny.
Yeah. Look, as we've been talking offline, and we'll go to the games in a minute. But you know, when he plays 10 games and he only loses one, that's bloody good, isn't it? And you know, he's turned things around, and whether it's the players playing for him, whether it's the players playing for themselves, everything's just clicked. I tell you what, we've got a Bucci after all. Me saying old
I don't believe it.
Bucci, we've got a George Bucci, old Georgie
Hello.
Bucci, my fair weather friend.
Absolutely, glory hunter.
Well, exactly. Goals are fun, you know, mate.
They are. Especially
Where are you?
four of
What are
them.
you doing?
I'm sitting in my living room holding my 3-month-old daughter. So if I go on mute, it's because she's kicking off. And I'm recording a podcast with you, and I'm late. I apologise.
That's all right. We sort of said we didn't think you'd turn up.
I didn't
So-
think I was going
Well-
to either, but I just got away from the 2-year-old. But I've been given the
Excellent.
3-month-old as a compromise.
Where was your father tonight? What did he have a special
I
date
don't know.
that pulled out at the last minute?
I don't know. That surprised me too.
If he'd have pulled out
Everything's
at the
okay. I'll
last
speak to
minute
him
before,
later.
you and your siblings wouldn't exist. Boom, boom.
Whee.
Whee. Anyway,
There
we're
you
here
go.
to talk
Done that
about.
joke earlier.
Yeah,
Get your own.
we're here. He wasn't here. Let's talk about goals.
Not like him to steal jokes, is it?
Let's talk about
No.
goals. You missed I'm not fucking leaving by David Moyes. He pre-recorded a little soundbite. for
Please
us.
don't do it again, will you?
I won't. I'll play at the end. So let's talk about two games. One, obviously, against Ghent at the London Stadium to get in the semi-final. I know you're late, but let's start with you, George.
Hello.
Did you watch it?
I did. I watched both games.
Oh,
Yeah. I wasn't too impressed with the first half of the European game. I thought, here we go again, especially going
tell me
1-0
about
down.
it.
But yeah, came out absolutely flying in the second half. Not much bad to say about the second half performance, and we definitely carried it into Bournemouth. Not to skip ahead, but feels like we've got a bit of momentum
What
all of a sudden.
happened? What changed? Because I like you. I got there. They're all they're banging their drums, and the Belgians having a whale of the time. Their cup final, and they score that early goal, and you think, shit.
Here we go again.
Here we go again. And I don't know, something just changed. I can't quite put my finger on it, but I'm sure I'm going to ask you to try and do that.
I can't remember it.
Me either. What changed?
Say that again, I wasn't listening.
What changed?
What changed in the second half of the Ghent match?
The way we kicked the
I
ball.
don't know. Kicking the ball in the goal?
Oh, in lightning, George. I'm seeing we're going to struggle on this game. Len.
I actually can't remember
As soon as no one can remember it, yeah.
Well, I'm going to remind you in a
what
minute.
changed?
Yeah.
We got our first goal just before half time, right? So
30 odd minutes.
37 minutes, Antonio.
Yep. That's right.
Obviously, penalty on 55.
Actually,
That won the goal from Declan Rice at 58, and then 63. Obviously, Antonio got a second for him, but our fourth.
Yeah.
So, not Len. George is right. The first half looked a bit dodgy.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a change of people. Was it the penalty that changed it around? We're 1-1, okay, going into half time, but we got the penalty. I tell you what, I don't know about you. You didn't go, did you, Len?
No.
What
are you talking about? I don't know.
We're talking about the European quarter-final where we won.
Should we start the podcast again?
The penalty.
What penalty? I don't remember. Well,
Lucas Paquetá took a penalty, did that little
Oh, yeah, that's right. Put in the
run-up.
corner, didn't he? Sean, I don't fucking remember. I've been fucking up all night.
Oh, here we go. Right, forget you two. I'm going to move over to Nigel because I know Nigel's bloody there. Although I walked up the bloody stairs twice to give him the mosaic things, and he nearly gave me a coronary because he wasn't sitting in the right place.
What's a mosaic thing?
They had a mosaic of claret.
Oh, the silly tifo.
The claret.
Fucking hell, no, performing monkeys, you lot.
Yeah, well,
just for us to stay home.
21,000 pieces of card with elastic bands. What do you think people are going to do if you leave 21,000 pieces of card in the lower tier?
Put them in their shed.
Well, yeah, you got
paper plane.
You got them. Paper planes. And of course, everybody just flicking like they're boys, flicking the bloody elastic bands at each other. My son had a whale of a time. Nigel.
Yep.
Right, let's get some sense out of you. Europa Conference League, quarter-final.
Yep.
Gent.
Good
I don't know
night.
how you pronounce it.
Yep.
What happened after?
What happened?
What happened? We won one at half time, and then suddenly.
Well, look, I thought it was a bright start. Though, funny enough, before they scored, they had a better opening.
Yeah.
And then Paquetá give the ball away, and
yeah.
You are going to get that with teams like us, especially West Ham, when we try and play the ball across the back. Teams will read it and nick in, and they did that.
Yeah.
Went 1-0 up. We got back into it. I think that was needed to go in 1-0 at half time, just for the nerves and the nerves of the crowd. So we come out second half. I don't know, the penalty, strange old thing. Why didn't Ben Rama take it for a start?
Yeah. Well, you know what? Both Ben Rama and Paquetá have got 100% records.
Yeah.
I watched it where I thought you were. So I watched... Christ, it's a long way up.
Yeah, well, I was just like in the
wrong
row.
section. Yeah.
Well, you was in the wrong section. I weren't in 2-1-3. I've always been 2-1-4.
Yeah, I know.
He wanted to make up for his mistake, didn't he? That's what he was doing.
Probably.
Hopefully.
Stood up and took the ball off of
Yeah,
them.
I don't like that stuttering.
No, I did not like that stuff.
Crap.
I don't like the dancing celebrations either.
Yeah.
But
No, but you know, as soon as we were back in it, I thought that's it. You know, here we go. I never expected what came next.
What, the Rice goal?
Well, yeah, I mean, possibly from 55 to 65 is the best 10 minutes of football we've had in that stadium.
Yeah. It was amazing.
We were up. The fan base was up for it. To be fair, as up as you can get. I wouldn't say it was an electric. And this is the thing, when people were comparing it for the stadium, fan base wise, it was a good night.
It was.
When you compare it to what we had before, not a patch, and that's with half the people that were there. But anyway, we're not going to look back, are we, people?
Yeah. I walked down the stairs. I missed the build up to the Rice's goal. Literally got back to my seat and watched Rice score.
And then you got my text again. I said, well, I'm in 2-1 for you, idiot, like I always am.
Then I came up again by Bowen's goal. But
I thought he was going to have an asthma attack, people. He was huffing and puffing. Whew.
Yeah, the things I do to you to see you can get two bloody.
Well, if you'd have told me, I'd have come down and got them.
I did.
Oh, I didn't.
But you didn't listen to your WhatsApp anyway.
No. But anyway, the Rice goal. I suppose again, I don't think many teams would just leave two back for a start in the Premier League. So they were a bit gun-ho and they got caught out. And that's what happens. That's what can happen to teams that push, good. Well, I'm pleased for Ghent. They're a forward-looking team. They play a nice brand of football.
Yeah.
But they left themselves open to us. I mean, for Declan Rice to run from, midway of his own half, quick exchange of the ball with Paquetá and have it on his toes down to the end of the pitch and slot it home. Great finish from Declan as well.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, even the Antonio goal was a great goal, to be honest. And then it was time to really celebrate, wasn't it? We're in the semi-finals of the European competition.
Antonio got his second, trying to prove a point.
That's what I said that.
And then we thought, well, maybe you saw it better. But just as I left, we'd scored a fifth one. As I went up the stairs again, huffing and puffing, I thought we were 5-1 up, but I missed that. Suddenly I came back down, it was 4-1. So was it a foul or offside? I didn't actually see that.
Offside, wasn't it?
Was it?
I believe so. But anyway, it makes the stadium bearable, to be honest, a game like that.
It was good. It was good fun. It was a good night.
Yeah,
we didn't have to stay. I think it was raining, if I remember rightly. And it meant we didn't have to stay for extra time and penalties because it could. Yeah. I mean, I didn't get back. I don't know what time you got back, but I got back at midnight. If it had been extra time and penalties,
well, to be honest, I left just before 90 minutes.
What?
Yeah. Well, what it is that someone that I was with was going and he was taking his two young sons home, and I felt I can't let them get the train home. Come with me. I'll drop you home. They live down the road to me. What we didn't know was they'd shut the A13.
Oh.
Not just at Barking, but at Rainham. So I'm sort of pleased I did have it on my toes, a couple of minutes early.
We waited a bit later because do you know whose birthday it was?
No.
Keith. Keith was 60.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, at midnight on Thursday night or Friday morning.
Oh, yeah, of course he was in sports car, he said, yeah.
Keith was 60, yeah.
Oh, what was he waiting to do? Use his train pass to get home?
Yes, he did have his train pass. He's got Anyway, happy birthday, Keith. And belated. I was the first one to wish him a happy birthday. I wanted to make sure at midnight I wished him a happy birthday. But happy birthday, Keith.
Yeah, happy birthday.
I'm going to see on the... I'm going to use my mate, you know what I mean, to get his picture up on the Liverpool match.
Oh, right. Yeah,
because he's going to do that for me because he likes me.
Of course he will. Anyway, look, we're in the semi-final of a European competition.
We are. Bought your tickets yet?
No, I will do. People can get sniffy about it, about the level of the competition, but then again,
Yeah.
If you look at the quality of the opposition we faced the first time we got the final in Europe, it weren't the greatest. So I don't think the West Ham fans back in 1965 were going, well, we've only beat rubbish to get there.
So, Len, are you coming?
What?
To the semi-final.
I'm not going to talk about it currently.
Okay, right. George, you're coming, aren't you?
I'm going to glory hunt and come to the semi-final.
Yeah. How many tickets do you want?
Just the one, I think.
Oh, your dad's not coming.
No, I don't think he fancies
Right.
it.
We get your ticket, don't you worry.
I will be taking the afternoon off and doing a Guinness tour of London again with Georgie Murph.
Yeah, we will welcome you. Anyway, quick stat attack. We only had 48% possession, which meant they had 52. We had 19 shots, 8 on target. They had 8 shots, 1 on target. We had 9 corners to their 3. We were the more dirty. We fouled 13 times to their 11. 4-1. Goals are fun. Respect the win.
Easy.
We've got about £18 million on our European run now, and long may it last. And I'm no, we're not allowed to say about the final, but the allocation has been given 5,000 per side allocation will be given to each club, and the rest of them will go somewhere else. We don't need to talk about that, do we, Nigel?
You don't want the world to know, do you?
No, we don't. No. Anyway,
I don't know.
Sorry?
I don't know, so we'll have to talk about that.
We don't reveal our sausages, mate. We'll talk to you offline. Would you look if we could get you a ticket? Would you come to Prague?
To Prague, yeah.
We ain't had Prague yet. Oh, geez, talk about jinx.
Hang on, we talk offline. There's a special thing, right?
Yeah, but we got to get to the
shut
fucking
up then.
final first.
Doesn't matter. Talk later. Anyway, cherries, Bournemouth. Did any of us go?
What?
I didn't go to see the cherries away. Did you? You sometimes you've been away to a few away games, Nigel. Did you go on Sunday?
No, I did get offered a ticket, but no, in my infinite wisdom, I thought I'd swerve.
Oh, I know. George went. George, did you go?
No.
Oh, but Len went. Len, did you go?
Bournemouth?
Yeah.
Nah.
Oh, no one. None of us went to the seaside.
No.
Georgie Porgy, let's start with you then. Did you watch
Again.
it? You did. You said at the beginning you watched it.
I did.
Dodsey went.
Yeah, I saw Dodsey went. Fraternising with all kinds of people.
He's all, that's why.
That was a bit of an interesting start to the game, George.
Was it? What, when we scored?
Scoring on 5 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, well, if that's what you mean, yeah, it was interesting.
It's not what we've done this season, is it?
No, it's not. I mean, that was definitely a unlike West Ham of this year performance, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We were at them from the get-go. I never really felt like they threatened much. They had a little bit at us after the second goal, in between Paqueta and Rice scoring. I think they were a little bit livelier, had a couple of chances, but never felt completely threatened. Yeah, we dominated possession, pressed them. It was like West Ham of last year. It's a pleasure to watch.
Yeah. Well, they had again, and this maybe tells a story. They had 65% possession, which meant we only had 35. So, catching them on the break. They believe it had 17 shots, 5 on target. We had 18 shots, 10 on target. They had 8 corners to our 5. Who was your man in the match, George?
I'll give it to Lucas Paqueta.
He was excellent, wasn't he? I've got a confession to make.
Performance.
I didn't watch the first half. I was out buying a car for my stepdaughter in Hounslow or Heathrow, and I missed the first half. And then I bought the car. I was driving it back, and I just got back for the second half or half time. Managed to watch the 3 goals, and then carried on the second half. But at least I made that Fornell's goal. The scorpion kick. Did he mean it, George?
Scorpio. Well, he definitely meant it. I don't think he connected as he hoped he would. But
he said he was lucky afterwards.
Yeah, he was. You could tell he didn't catch it. It wasn't quite. Was it the Giroud scorpion kick that was famous a few years ago for Arsenal? It wasn't quite to that level, but it was still a blooming good
Is
goal.
that where the scorpion kick comes from?
No, scorpion kick's been a thing for a while, isn't it?
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's just
He,
a notable success.
Higuita.
Was the
Colombia. Jamie
was he the
Redknapp.
goalkeeper?
He was tearful.
Yeah.
He was emotional. He cried like a baby. Do you know why
He
he
did
cried?
actually. I don't know. Is it what was the story behind
So,
that? Is there a story
according
that's
to
emerged?
Moyes post-match, it's because he's not getting a lot of game time and he's so desperate, and his form's good and everything else, but he's just not been able to give him as many minutes, and it was such a relief to score a goal. That's what Moyes said. Fornells was mute on
fair
the
enough.
subject.
I mean, there's plenty of passion shown, wasn't there? With
Yeah.
tears, but you don't usually see that. And I initially thought, something.
2-2 for Rice
personally,
as
that
well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep that up, please, Jack.
Three goals in a week for Antonio.
I mean, this is why I'm on the podcast. There's lots of positives to talk about. It was.
And Rice, did you hear the chant they were singing to Rice?
Yeah.
Yes.
One
non-stop.
more year, Declan Rice, and then it went up to 10 years, didn't it?
Yeah. It did.
Can't have 10-year contracts, can you, Nigel? I saw you
No,
reply
you
to
can't.
that person. I'm
No,
sure
you
there
can't.
are ways around it. I know 5 is supposed to be the maximum. But I
Well,
thought
to
you
be
could
fair, I
have
double
options.
checked the rules, Sean,
Go on.
and it did say 5-year contracts now. I think it's a rule from this. I think after what Chelsea did with Mudryk and giving him an 8-year
right,
contract.
I was going to
and
say,
all that,
why did they get around it?
Well, I think that was the rule, and I think they've now changed the rule.
So even if it's like an option, it still counts.
Well, that I don't know because that's a grey area, isn't it?
Yeah. Anyway,
but you was clutching at straws.
We all know he's going to Arsenal, so it don't make any difference. So, you sing whatever songs you want. He ain't going to stay. Our source this week said, it don't matter if we win the Europa Conference League. Like, oh yeah, I'm going to stay and sign a 5-year contract if you win the Europa Conference League. Why would he? He wants Champions League football only. And if that's true, Sean Rice, if that's true, that means he ain't going to Chelsea, he ain't going to Liverpool, and after last night, he ain't going to Spurs either.
Newcastle.
No, but he ain't. Yeah, Newcastle, Man United, Man City, or Arsenal.
I've just got this gut feeling and end up at Newcastle.
Do you?
I don't know. It's just genuinely. I just feel like it would be a good fit all round.
Yeah.
Because they're likely to invest again, stay where they are. Wouldn't be a bad move.
Yeah. Anyway, Lenny boy.
Hello.
Goals are fun. 4 more of them. We sit a lofty 13th after 31 games, -8, 34 points. Nigel's on for his 46 points, I'm afraid to say, Len.
I'm not afraid. Why would you be afraid to say it?
You mocked him. You really
I can mock him on lots of stuff. So you can give him credit for that if you want. I'll just move on to something else.
But it's looking possible. We all laughed when he said 22 points.
Well, it's possible, but it's still not going to happen.
Well,
you
34 points.
The good thing about it is, though, not that I thought we were going down, but we can kind of focus a bit more on the Euro glory. I think you feel kind of safe-ish in the league now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The bookies have made us, after that game, 100-1 outsiders for going down.
Well,
and the 38, I forget, 538 supercomputer now says we've got a less than 1% chance. It says we will finish 13th on 42 points. And it says Southampton, Nottingham Forest and Everton will go down. And by the way, it will only take 33 points and goal difference to survive, or 34 points, whichever way you want to look at it. That's what supercomputer says.
Good.
Who was your man of the match, Len?
I think Qatar.
Yeah.
Enjoyed watching him.
Is Rice seems to be in excellent form as well, doesn't he?
He does. Yes. Yeah, he does.
You can't take away from Antonio either.
No, they've all took it upon themselves to be a bit more direct, and it's paying off.
Can we talk about the elephant in the room?
What elephant in the room?
Souček. He had quite a good game. He got an assist as well.
Did he?
He assisted Rice, yeah.
I don't really think he did assist Rice, did he?
He did assist Rice.
He come from the corner. You can't call assist when the ball goes backwards, Sean.
Bounces off of him.
It's still an assist.
Oh, this is why I don't do shit
He
like that.
hit the bar against Ghent.
Yeah, exactly. He's coming back into it. I know you don't like Thomas, but you know,
Who?
Cresswell got an assist.
I just don't.
Sufel got an assist. Bowen got an assist. You know,
well, Chris was putting in some fine set pieces, and I think some of the good form is down to that. The set pieces are going in again.
Well, that's exactly what the Bournemouth player said, and said we had control of the game, and we only lost on set pieces. That's exactly what they said.
Right.
There you go. Anyway, Nigel, last but not least, Nigel, Stripey Nigel.
Yeah.
What did you think of the Bournemouth game? Goals are fun.
As I say, a very pleasant and enjoyable game. I think before the game, there was some stats flying about Bournemouth conceding the most goals from set pieces than any other team in the Premier League. They've now proved that to be true. They've left Antonio. I mean, he couldn't really miss, could he? 3 yards out. But still, he's there. We score. The second goal,
Paquetá,
obviously, yeah,
12.
it's fantastic. Like the leap on him,
Yeah,
was. I'm trying to think. Was that my favourite goal? I think out of the four, I think that second goal.
The Rice goal was my favourite.
Was the best move.
No, in the 4-0 was the
Better than the
Scorpion
Scorpion.
kick. No, the Scorpion kick.
Yeah, because he scuffed it, didn't he? And frankly, the
didn't
keeper should
catch
be
it.
embarrassed.
It might have been the only way it would have gone in, though.
Yeah, I was going to say,
one
possibly the
possibly.
keeper probably would have saved it.
Possibly,
But
but
it would have gone over.
I thought he leapt well, climbed high, headed it ball down. It was a fantastic header, and I can't say I've really thought about his heading ability until that goal.
Nah.
The player is getting better and better. He's now got the grips with the Premier League. He's now got the grips, perhaps, with the way that West Ham want him to play. I don't know if it's different to how he played at Lyon, but he was obviously struggling early doors.
Who's this? Paquetá?
Paquetá.
Yeah.
And every game now, he's shining. And
Yeah.
it's possible, if Rice does leave, there's the replacement for him.
Yeah. Well, David Moyes said after, this is the Paquetá I thought we were buying.
Right.
Why are you laughing?
He had no idea what he was fucking buying. Well, he didn't
Well, it does
even
make
really-
me wonder because I mean, I'm with Len there because at the end of the day, the bloke was mystified about Danny Ings. So, frankly, what's he really going to know about Paquetá?
I ain't leaving.
Well, you keep saying that, but we'll drive you out one day. No, you know, so obviously, like an away day, those fans, bloody hell, they've been starved, haven't they? So it's only our third win away from home.
Yeah.
But I suppose normally you'd think, Bournemouth will do well down there, which we generally do. A few draws, a few wins, but Bournemouth have been playing really well. You know, that Bournemouth were 2-0 up, unlucky against Arsenal, though you could say that was the start of Arsenal's decline. The way they put Tottenham to the sword, though we could look now and go, well, you know, that's the way they are playing at the moment.
Yeah.
But they come off the back of. There was a thing that said that in the last month, Bournemouth had won more games in that month than they had done in the previous 4 months. So they were the form team in the bottom 8 or 9 that were looking at going down. It's, you know, it's great going in with the semi-final, you know. So we if we can get there knowing we're safe, then we can look towards making sure we put out the best team, because that was a strong team we put out against Ghent.
Well, I fancy beating Liverpool. I mean, we've got 3 big games this week.
Let's hold on fire, because I think Liverpool are not great away from home.
No, well, let's see
at the moment, and they are conceding. It's not within the worst West Ham teams have beaten better Liverpool teams.
Yeah.
So I did put it down. I think I put us down for a point from that game.
Yeah.
In my 22-point run.
Nice.
So and this will, I thought, what have we done? So this is the halfway game. Funny enough. So that will make it, if it does come off, that's 11 points in 6 games. So I'll be halfway to my
right. What a finish that would be.
Tally. But yeah, I just want to get another win, get a few more points before we go to Europe, so we can go there and think, it don't matter about Leeds. It don't matter about Leicester. Let's win this trophy.
Yeah.
Because they're no mugs.
Let's win it.
Let's win it. Let's win it for David Moyes.
We can do it.
Do it for Moisey.
No, do it for us, Sean.
Yeah, not for Moyes. Do it for us.
Do it for Moisey.
Moisey. Anyway, we're going to go to question time in a minute after predictions. But
we've got news yet, haven't we?
Couple of news stories. There's not been a lot because I've mentioned them a few while we've been talking.
What about Cameron Brady being the 3rd or 4th most paid director in the Premier League?
We'll talk about it in a minute.
Part-time.
We'll talk about it in a minute. But
Dave just said there was no news.
Well, I know. I said there's a bit of news. David Moyes has come out and rubbish rumours that he's mutual agreement or leaving in the summer. He was asked outright after Thursday night, and he said, "I'm planning for next season. I've got no intention of leaving. I'm getting on with my job, doing everything that I can do. Obviously, my head's down and focus how I get myself more points at the moment." And that's the only thing I can think about. So all this started with TalkSport and followed by everyone else. Oh, yeah, it's been agreed. He's leaving in the summer. Absolute bullshit.
He will, though, won't he? Surely.
Well, the board say that they will do the review. If they win the Europa Conference League and survive, I don't see it. I really don't see it.
Well, see, if I was him, I would
go out on a high.
Yeah,
he's
even
not
if
like
we
that.
won, I would just shake hands. Go, thank you very much. Bumpy end, but we got there. What a few years. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Another story. The French are supporting West Ham in Europa League because it turns out if the Dutch side, AZ, what are they called?
Alkmaar.
Yeah. If they win the Europa Conference League, they lose a Champions League place. So La French are West Ham fans for the semi-final.
La French.
They don't care if we lose in the final. They just want us to make sure we knock them out in the semi-final. We talked about West Ham and get 5,000 allocation for the final if we get through. The West Ham board have frozen the prices for the semi-final the same, so you can still pick up a ticket for the semi-final of £5 for under 18s in the upper tiers and £15. They've decided then they want to sell out the game at 62,500. There was 53,475 at the Thursday game, as I said there would be. So it was well attended. Did you think there was that number there, Nigel?
No.
You think some people just bought the tickets for points and didn't turn up? Yeah. Well, I'm not sure it was in the thousands. You might be right, but I don't think it was in the thousands.
50,000 maybe. Good crowd, I thought.
It was a good crowd, actually. You could tell it was a good crowd. And we've talked. West Ham resigned to losing their captain. They don't think they can do anything to keep Declan Rice, no matter how many chances are said.
Why not?
Because
we failed in our league position.
Because he wants Champions League, and we can't get Champions League. Nigel, quick, simple as that.
So what if we do win? What if we do win?
Conference League.
Yeah.
No, he said. My senior source said no. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if we've got Europa League. He wants Champions League. So what we've got to do is turn down it. If Arsenal don't or anyone else doesn't meet the valuation, and we refuse to sell him, and he stays, and then we're in the Europa League and we get in the Champions League, then maybe, but it ain't gonna happen. He's going.
What's the
Brady is.
senior
What about the
source say
song,
about
though?
Moist?
What about the song?
What about the song? We talked about that earlier.
Well, it didn't work.
I know that.
What's the point of singing then?
I
That's all
know.
we've got as
What
our songs.
What was Dodsey doing? Singing that song. Go on. What do you want to say about Karen Brady then, Nigel?
Well, no, obviously it's come out today that Karen Brady is the fourth highest paid football director.
Well, is she though?
What do you mean, is she though?
Well, because I don't know where was it run?
Right, here we go.
Because
So
often what they will do is include the £1 million bonus that she earned this year and not the rest of it.
well,
That's money, isn't it, though?
yeah. Does that not count then, Sean?
Well, so only this year including
was
a
it in
bonus.
cash?
By the way, the bonus is usually paid over 5 years. So for counting reasons, it shows it in 1 year, but it's usually paid 200
Well,
grand a
look,
year.
Sean,
over
for
5
that
years.
year, yeah, she got paid her money and whatever. So Spurs actually win something. So Spurs can
Genuinely
claim
earns the most. Sorry, who's?
Don't you worry, I'll tell you in a minute if you're going to dispute it.
All right, yeah, because I saw a thing
No,
the
you
other
can
day
dispute
about
it.
mascots, and they said we were 700 quid, and that was wrong as well.
All right.
Just
Go on.
arc at him defending already.
I know.
Go on.
3.265 for Spurs' highest paid director. Brighton then. But then again, if you look at the transfer fees, Brighton and the profit they run, well done to them. Brighton 2.89. That's probably Barber though, isn't it? Then Chelsea 2.244.
Oh, this has come out an hour ago. I now see it.
Yeah. And then West Ham 2.240. Of course, it must be good, Sean, because it's your mate Kieran that's put it out.
Well, again, slightly disingenuous.
Is it?
Yeah.
How do you know the others ain't got bonuses as well? Have you researched
Because I
all
know
them?
how she fits in with the rest of them.
Oh, so you know that Brighton, he never got bonuses. You know that Chelsea's highest paid director. You know that perhaps their wages was
I look
bonuses,
at their
do you?
accounts.
What? Go on then. So you look at every club's accounts.
Spurs always earns a massive amount. I don't know
To
about
answer
Brighton.
the question, do
Yeah.
you look at every club's accounts?
The big sort of top 10. So I
What,
don't
you know
look
how
at,
much their highest paid directors are?
Sorry, yeah, I do. Because I've done comparisons before. What I don't look at, I'll be honest with you, I don't know about Brighton, but now it's come out, I'll look it up. But to be fair, right, Liverpool, Man United pay their directors more. This was an unusual one where she got a bonus for the Daniel Kretinsky deal. Yeah. Her basic, right, and I don't even feel sorry for it, is about 900,000.
For a couple of hours in the afternoon.
A bit more than that. I won't say she's completely full time, but come on.
Well, she ain't full time, is she? Because
No, she's
otherwise, does she give money back then? Is it like pro rata? Is it? Do we get money back when she's doing The Apprentice?
I think it's probably her annual leave. Anyway,
You'd think by her time she wouldn't be on The Apprentice. She'd be the
all I'll
master.
say is,
but I mean, she's obviously still learning.
It includes a one-off bonus. So I'll do the look. I won't argue the point now.
We'll see next year, Sean, because it doesn't actually say Premier League's highest paid director in wages. It says highest paid director, and West, like it or not, Sean.
But right, here are
make it
the
polish
word
the turd
paid,
as much
the word
as you
paid
like.
is
Polish,
disingenuous.
I'll talk over you as much as you talk over me. Polish the turd all you like.
She's not paid, right,
talking
in a wages.
Over me again.
She's not
talking
paid
over me again. I'll talk
million.
over you non-stop.
2.2
now.
million.
I will carry on talking till you shut up. Yeah, she is by £4 or £4,000 the fourth highest paid. Do we get value for money?
Imagine if it's £4.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she didn't get paid it.
Brady out.
It's just in the account.
Brady out.
Anyway, if it matches
you work so hard to defend her, Sean. Honestly, you do.
I just think you got to be fair to people.
You're not being fucking fair. The moment we talk about her, you defend her. Is that fair? Like, we ain't got any, just cause to do it.
Anyway, any more news
that you know of?
Plenty.
Let's move on to predict. We've actually got 4 games. Nigel and myself are going to the Emirates tomorrow for the FA Youth Cup final against Arsenal. Then I guess I'm the only one now at Liverpool now on Wednesday night because Nigel and Len are now not going. And our representative on, is it Saturday or Sunday? Saturday at
Saturday.
At Palace is Nigel. You still going, Nigel?
Palace?
Yeah.
On a Saturday?
No.
That's one of the reasons you said you weren't going to Liverpool. Too many games in a week.
Well, not 2 consecutive games.
That's the reason.
Well, I'm going to 2 consecutive games.
Well done you.
Although how I'm going to get there for 7 o'clock with my 2 kids, I've just got no idea at the moment.
The Tesla, right?
I ain't driving that into North London.
Self-drive.
Then again, I didn't need ballot to win my tickets. So.
Yeah, true. I got a third one. I got lucky with a third one today.
Yeah.
You're very lucky. What did you win this for?
I know. Anyway,
that's the ballot. It's not even open yet.
They paid him up front.
Yeah.
Let's start with George. George, those 3. So, FA Cup final. Are we going to win it?
Youth Cup final.
Youth Cup final. Then Liverpool. Then Palace.
Yes, we will win it tomorrow night. 2-0.
Nice.
Liverpool, we will draw 1-1, and we will lose 1-0 to Palace.
Whoa, not so nice.
That's my predictions.
Len.
I'm hoping the youths win. I really am. Yeah, I'm going to give them a 3-1 win, the youths.
Yeah, nice.
Desmond at home against Liverpool. Desmond Toto.
Yeah.
And what about Palace? Are we doing Palace as well?
Yeah.
We're usually good at their place. Do I be so bold? Yeah, why not? I watched them the other day. They weren't that good, actually. Maybe they've gone off the boil a little bit. So I'm saying a 2-1 win at Palace. How about that for less?
Nigel?
Kind
You've
of.
nicked all my score lines.
Have I?
Believe that. Yeah.
Well, we're both going to be wrong then, aren't we?
Yeah, I'd think we're easily going to walk past Arsenal.
Oh, don't say that.
No, but they're a mid-table team in the league. They've done well to beat Man City.
We just beat them, didn't we, as well?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we've just beat them to win the league. We gave them their heaviest defeat of the season at their place. Which weren't the Emirates. It was their training ground, London Colney, I think. 4-1. It was their biggest defeat of the season. So I don't see them standing in our way.
Though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I think the youths haven't had that beat into them yet. So I can
Mubama,
3-4-0 West Ham to win.
the last one. It was a good game. I'll tell you what, it was great with 7,000 at the London Stadium. I'm sure it's going to be a good game at the Emirates.
Then the Liverpool game, I was going for a good score draw. I'll plump with 1-1 then, though I was thinking it'll be more than that to carry on my run. And then Palace away, I think we'll beat them. We'll stay. That'll be the game where that'll do us to stay up.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind midweek again, we've got another game, Man City away, I believe.
It's never ending, isn't it?
So football, yeah, but that's what you want, isn't it? You look at the big teams. They play 50, 60 games a season. That's what you've got to do if you want to compete in Europe like we do. We've got to do it, and
that's why
part
Fornals
of me feels that
Fornals is one of our players he doesn't need to be a crybaby because he's not getting enough games in the Premier League. He got 21, by the way. I looked today. I wrote a story on 6'2".
But how many are sub?
Yeah, a lot of them are sub. So he's got 21 games, but mostly sub. But he's played, I think, all 11 games in Europa League and 4 in the cups. Do you still write for 6'2", Nigel? Written a story in the last week?
Who owns that now?
Me by the complaints.
It's a lonely place sometimes writing on there.
Yeah, it'll. I'm working on something on a video for Friday.
Oh, good.
So I've been busy putting that together.
All right.
You got to know what Friday is.
Oh, I know.
So
I know. I hope you'd be doing a painting.
Centenary, isn't it?
It is, yes.
Centenary.
Centenary.
What am I supposed to use as reference? Just the white horse?
Well, there's
People
like
around
what? Yeah. Well, as long as you paint West Ham and not Bolton, because obviously we did lose. But
Yeah.
I'll just finish my prediction. 9-0 tomorrow night at the Emirates. Why did I say 9-0, Nigel?
Because you're mimicking the 1999 scoreline.
Yeah, although it was over 2 legs.
Even though I was going to go, though, that was over two legs.
I know. You never know, though. Who was in that?
Who was that against, Sean?
Ipswich, wasn't it?
Yeah, well done. Coventry.
Oh, Coventry. Coventry. Michael Carrick was in the team and Joe Cole. I don't know anyone else, actually. Adam Newton. Yeah.
Well, we did this the other week with the bloke that went
Garcia.
Richard Garcia.
Sam Taylor.
What's his name?
Is he?
Who was the goalkeeper? Who was fucking turned out to be really shit.
Bywater.
Stephen Bywater. He was in goal.
Bertie Brayley, of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
well,
of course.
You know, he was a good non-league goal striker.
Well known for being Mark Ward's mate.
Well, also, Leon is mates with Bertie Brady. I've met Bertie Brady. That's where when I got to play bubbles at the bowling ground.
Bertie Brady? Did you meet him?
Bertie Brady, yeah. Sells cars, I think, now, doesn't he?
Well, he was a great goal scorer in non-league football, and he had a good career in non-league around Essex. So
Richard Garcia, where did he end up?
Hull. He came back and played against us in the Premier League. Australian.
Anyway, yeah, 9-0 for that. 1-0, I think we're going to beat Liverpool, and 1-0 away win, and that will be 6 bloody points, which will take us, 39? Will it take us 39? What are we on at the moment?
40, wouldn't it?
Oh, no, it will take us to 40. You're absolutely right. Yeah, 2 wins would go to 40.
Yeah.
Would you Adam and Eve it on -6? There you go. So that's the first part of the podcast tonight.
You in a rush tonight, Sean?
No, I'm not in a rush.
Oh, right. You've not got to be somewhere?
I've got, during question time, I've got to pick up the missus. It's pouring down with rain in Surrey.
All right.
I mean, really raining.
She's got a smartphone, hasn't she?
Yeah, but Ubers don't do Tesla. So, you know.
Ubers don't do what?
Tesla.
Why has she got to have a Tesla?
Well, you know, there's certain standards that need to be maintained.
Oh, is there?
Can't go in no disrespect.
Man of the people. Man of the people.
Sean
Whetstone,
back
everybody.
from, Surbiton Station to Esher, do you really?
I wouldn't know what the journey is, Sean, to be fair.
Anyway, I assume you're going, George, to...
I will be going now, yes.
Yeah, so anyway, thanks, George.
Sean, do not... Hold up quickly, George.
I need to pop in.
Do you not want to big up...
popping him.
Go on.
Your dad's managing a football team.
Yes, you put me on the spot now, haven't you?
Because he doesn't know the details.
I don't know the details. Give me one second.
All right, it's okay, because you can plug your...
It's at Dorking, people. I believe it's at Dorking, is it not?
It is.
Right.
Dorking Wanderers. For Emma Tyson, a family friend who sadly passed away, on the 16th of July at Dorking Wanderers Football Ground. Sunday the 16th. I'll be playing. I think John's managing.
Oh.
Boochie out.
And how about your sister playing a gig?
I think, Rosanna is potentially, I don't know if it's confirmed, but she may be the halftime entertainment.
Oh, no, I was saying she's got an 80s. Your dad's been promoting the 80s.
Oh, right, sorry. I've just let the cat out of the bag there, haven't I?
Oh, yeah, you have. I wasn't talking about that.
I don't know the details of her gig.
Oh, come on, you're a brother. Pay attention.
I'll let John plug that.
West
next
Ham
isn't he?
fan extraordinaire. Do you know what? I had a picture. I have to send it to you. It just came up this week as a memory. Do you remember when we went on the pitch with Rosanna, Finley, myself, you, and we got to go on the pitch at the Bowling Ground?
Yes, because we're a member of the youth
Yeah,
club.
that was this week, like yesterday, 8, 10, 20 years ago. I don't know, it's not 20 years ago, but you know what
20
I mean.
years ago, yeah. It's probably about
Finley
10
was
years
very
ago.
young, so I reckon it was 10 years ago at least.
Considering Finley's not even 20, I'm guessing it ain't
He
that
isn't
far
20
back.
years ago, yeah.
It was many years ago. We went on the pitch, and I would have to post a picture of you and your sister. And Finley's like got missing teeth. He's like 5 or something. It was a good
Was
day.
he just come off the North Bank, was he? Was he like giving it large?
Oh, well, it used to be, if you remember a junior member of the Clarets, you'd go for a walk round the
I
pitch.
tell you, are fucking shit.
What?
It was a member of the Junior Hammers.
Oh, that's it, Junior Hammers. And
Unbelievable.
you get a little, and he'd get to have a little kick around on the pitch, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
At half time. Anyway, that's all the time we have for episode 50. Come back for episode 51. I've been Sean. George has been
Here, kind of. Thanks for having me.
Shedman has been
7!
Len has been
Trying to stay awake.
and last but not least, we'll let David Moyes.
Oh, Sean, it weren't funny the first time.
I'm not leaving.
I'm not fucking leaving.
Come on, you.
The show goes on. This is my home. They're gonna need a fucking wrecking ball to take